Everyone, Craig Williams here, back with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the Scream style synth that guys like Dillon Francis, Skrillex, and Datsik, and a bunch of other people have been using. The synth sounds like this. So it's pretty simple, but it's pretty powerful synth that I couldn't see anywhere on the net that had like a good video tutorial or anything like that on how to make it. So here we go. First off, you need Massive, and just come up here and go to New Sound. Just helps reset everything that's on there. Now I found for the wave type, you could flick through, and a lot of them worked for this. Different sounds had different gave it a slightly different feel. So I ended up going with Drive 2 for it. Just that's the one that I use for the sound, but a lot of them were very similar. Across here, bend plus and minus. Wavetable position was about there. Intensity and amp were full. Probably should have started in this section first, but here we go anyway. Had voicing to one unison, and pen position on, and I had monophonic set. Envelope 4, which is the amp envelope, just got to make sure that that's up full, so you're going to get the note is going to sustain through. It's not going to dip down in the sound halfway through. And then over to envelope 1, where most of the sound is, most of that sort of rising sound comes from. So you want your attack down nice and low, and then the level down nice and low. Next up, decay. Want decay around about the 10 o'clock position, 10:30, and then the level up full. And then head over to release, and then this is where you play with how fast the sound comes in with the decay as well. So if you're making dubstep and you want it to be a bit longer, you can just play around with these, the decay and the release, to get the sound so then it syncs up a little bit better, than rather than having the sound finish too early or hitting the peak too fast or whatnot. Should level this down. Ooh. Just checking these settings again. It's not really doing too much now because we haven't attached this envelope to anything yet. Up here we'll go to this, bring up the screen, and just before we do that, hit it to serial. Cutoff is around to about the 9 o'clock position. Screams all the way down, and resonance can stay where it is. Next up we'll go to next filter, bring up bandpass, bring the cutoff down to about the 9 o'clock again, bandwidth down a little bit to about the 10:30, 11 o'clock, and resonance can stay where it is. That sounds like, can't even really hear it. It's only just audible down here, but you can't hear it at all. What we want to do is grab this envelope, bring it around, and attach it to the cutoff of filter 1. So then this envelope here is affecting this cutoff here. You can start to hear that it's starting to make some sound now. Bring the same one again to the scream. Bring that around to there. So that sound now is starting to get the sound that we want. Want to bring this envelope again to the cutoff of the bandpass there. Bring that around to about the 1:30, 2 o'clock. Got some bass in there a little bit now. And then from there, I added a classic tube and just left the settings as they are. Starting to get a little bit more in there now. And then went down and added a, where are we? the parabolic shape up. Bring the drive down a little bit and brought the wet up a fair bit. Starting to get the sound there. From there, another thing you can do to make it a little bit better is you can add the LFO from 5 over to here. Bring that around to there. And then what I like to do is put this at full and then attach this little macro to there and then set this to 100%. So at the moment, that's full. And then the macro, so you can adjust between the LFO or just full 100%. Just adds a little bit more for later on. You can just add a bit more movement to your sound if you want. So at the moment, that's the sound there. And then what we can do is, sorry, got to actually turn that on. And then all I did was pull that down a little bit. Come over, added just a little low cut on it, just to tighten up the sound a little bit. Because you're going to obviously put a sub in there most of the time if you're making dubstep or whatnot. And I also added a camel fat. Turn all these other bits and pieces off so they're not affecting the sound too much. Volume up to full. Put that up a bit, turn that off, don't need it. These are pretty harsh, so you only want to use sort of small amounts. You don't want to be using a lot of everything. You can really hear that this unit brought in a lot. And get some compression going on there. So you can hear just that distortion unit just brought out the bass and just added a lot of more meat to the actual sound. And that's pretty much about it. Hopefully you guys got something out of it. Like I said, I don't really show how to make synths that often. I just try and do techniques, but hopefully some of you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see something else or you want me to cover something else, feel free to drop me a line. Till next time, see you later.